The one thing that, I think when you're young and you're into sports, you're just like, oh man, track this and this sports. And Division I track and field at the Power Five is all about football and basketball.
Mhm.
Let's not be stupid. The reason the Big Ten is going to get about $100 million buyout per school is because of football and basketball, and more football more than anything. And even if you're loyal of the bottom of the conference as far as budget and stuff like that, that's going to make you a powerhouse. I mean, everyone sits there and says USC, UCLA, all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, yeah, they were getting 20 something million from the Pac-12, and now they're about to get 100 million from the Big
Mhm.
Ten. I mean, just from a financial standpoint and taking care of the athletes and doing everything and competing against the best to try to be the best, it's not even it's a question of now it's become money and everything else like that, and then having to pay their athletes and all that kind of stuff. I understand it. I understand it. And so track is an interesting standpoint because there's track coaches out there making a lot of money. I mean, a
Mhm.
lot of money. um, but it also has become it's weird to me, because it's kind of an arms race, because it makes no sense, because track loses money. I mean, I don't care what coach in a country sits there and says, "Well, we do this." I don't care. Like, even Arkansas, that's a beautiful school that's successful, and I think they make money off their meets and stuff like that. At the end of the day, they're not bringing in revenue. Football and basketball is bringing in revenue, and sometimes in some cases maybe baseball, or a school like Wisconsin, I think probably hockey makes revenue and stuff like that. But I might be mistaken. So track is a zero sum game. I mean, really, it's like really, if you were talking about collegiate athletics the way NCAA wanted it, it should just be about graduation rates, and that should be the most important thing. And I watched people around me, people who were very successful, who did a great job, get fired because um, they weren't successful, and but yet they had the top graduation rate. They had unbelievable students. They were busy in the community and things like that. And I mean, I want to win. I don't, just for pride. I always want to be successful for my athletes and things like that. But I started to see that within athletic departments, the way it kind of came. But yet also the athletes have so much power. I mean, it's there are some road coaches who do crazy stuff, but for the most part, I feel like our profession has really good professional people, and people who really care about athletes and so forth like that. And so the Oklahoma time was fantastic, but also was a realization of like, you know, do I want to do this college thing? Is there another route for me?